I'm going to the next one before I say some shit that gets me banned. I can't.
I the next, and then he didn't go as many rounds as I wanted to, so I went to another house and him.
How long did you wait before you the next guy?
30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Bro. 30 minutes. Didn't even shower, went straight over to the next dude, got banged out because the guy was slanging weak pipe. I'm telling you, this is... Bro, when I say sexual domination is extremely important and you need to learn how to lay pipe properly, this is exactly what I mean. You cannot keep a woman if you're average in bed. If you don't satisfy your woman, she is a flight risk. 100% you're going to lose her. Period. It doesn't matter if you're the average guy or a multi-millionaire. There's no leeway on this one.
What's up, YouTube fam? What's up, my authentic fam? About to drop another video real quick, a quick one. Probably ain't gonna be too many more of these, man. I'm looking like I'm about to start going live again, so that's gonna be dope. Problem with that is it's gonna be a lot less content, man. I'm gonna have to fall back. I've been giving away way too much free game, free content. The algorithm hates me right now, so it's like falling on deaf ears. So appreciate the half a thousand people that listen loyally, but the channel hasn't been growing, so it's time we about to mix it up, do some other stuff. So been doing a hell of a lot of things anyhow to prepare for that. So finally about to set it off probably like next week, so that's gonna be dope. But shout out to Tribe of Men. Started with that clip from my boy right there. Actually been communicating with him on Instagram, so I love his channel, I love his work, I love his content delivery. I can't give any negative criticisms about his channel. I actually like his channel. Probably like in my top 3 channels, believe it or not, in the manosphere. So it's not as popular as you would think. It's not that popular of a channel. I mean, he has a good following, a great following, but I think that channel should be a hell of a lot bigger for how sound and practical and balanced and like well-rounded it is for a manosphere channel. I think it covers everything well, and I think it covers everything enough, to be honest with you. It's a beautiful channel, man, and I think it's a great representative of the manosphere. I think that's one of the things I like the most about it. The dude is practical, down to earth. He covers things well. He also appreciates, females and the female component to our society, so he's not like resentful of women whatsoever, but he definitely is pointing out the bullshit, while keeping it honest. So I like that. That's a lot of where I'm coming from. I don't have a problem with women. I don't think women are the problem. I think it's a overall, problem that covers every area of life, every area of our society. Every demographic is flawed in our society and equally flawed. A lot of guys are acting like the women are like more the problem. I don't think so. I think I think masculinity and femininity is equally screwed up right now. But anyhow, the title is Why Women Can't Leave These Bad Boys Alone. Why women keep running back to bad boys. Why are women addicted to bad boys? Any of those titles would do. It's all the same question. And I think that question is so easy to answer. But I'm hearing this question being asked for years, bro. This question's been asked for like a millennium, like a millennia. Like when has this question not been asked? And I'm just like, God damn, bro, y'all acting like this shit is hard to figure out. Listen, guys, it's real simple. It's real simple. Good D, right? Now, being good at something, where does that come from? Well, it can come from one of two things or a combination of the two things. Talent, practice. It's that simple. That's going to determine how good someone is at any given thing. How much natural talent and ability do they have for it, and then how much practice and experience do they have with it. That's it. That's it. Okay? What's the difference between a regular dude that has a driver's license and a guy that drives cars in NASCAR? What's the difference? The NASCAR guy probably has a little bit more talent, a little bit more tolerance for speed and danger and handling and, quick reflexes and hand-eye coordination or whatever, and a ton of practice around the track. That's probably the difference, okay? So what's the difference between the average schmo Joe and these dudes that be smashing all the chicks, bro? Well, it's probably a little bit more talent and, genetics, okay? The so-called bad boys probably have slightly better genetics majority of the time, right? Maybe they're a little bit taller, maybe they're a little better looking, maybe they're a little bit more athletic or whatever, right? But also, or as a result of that, or however you want to figure that in your brain, the point is they are getting more experience dealing with women. They probably lost their virginity at an earlier age. They're probably having more partners in a shorter period of time. These guys probably cared enough, okay, to try to be hitting it right. However is how they came to be good in bed, they are. And that's why women keep going back to those particular guys. Again, it is amazing to me how easy some of these enigmas are to answer. Some of these questions I hear over and over and over again, like, why did this girl flake me? And why does this girl deal with bad boys? And I'm just like, the fucking obvious, bro. The fucking obvious. If a girl is flaking you, it's because she has something better to do. What the? Why else would somebody cancel or not show up or not? Bro, she doesn't have the flu. She didn't get a stomach virus, okay? Her granny didn't die. She just found a guy more interesting to hang out with. Or her friends would rather go out on the prowl and have a ladies' night out and potentially meet more guys interesting than you because you are not interesting, bro. You're not fun. You're not that attractive. And she probably doesn't, she's probably not confident that you're going to be any good in bed. And that's what this video is basically about is, okay, I made this analogy before, right? If you want to be picked for something, you need to at least look like you could do that thing. You at least look like you're good at it, right? When we're children and we're over there picking teams for tag, for hide and go seek. Well, you guys don't play tag and hide and go seek. Well, if we're playing football out in the field or we're playing basketball on the court, you guys don't even play a lot outside anymore. I don't know what the hell analogy to give this younger generation. But when we were younger and we would pick teams for things, the captains would pick people based on how good they were at the thing we were about to play. And if the person was new, they would possibly give that person a shot based on how convincing their appearance is. Do you look like you're fast? Do you look like you can run fast? Okay, yeah, then I want you on my team if you look like you can at least run fast. Now when we go play where we're going to play, if you're slow, I'm not picking you again. You're going to get picked last because now I know you're slow. Now think, how does that correlate to what I'm saying with the women? It should be fucking easy. It should be like connecting two pieces of Legos, guys. If you look like you're good in bed, right? If you look like do you look strong? Do you look like you can pump, hip thrust? Okay? Do you look like you can pick her up? Do you look like you can manhandle her? Do you look like you can handle multiple different positions? Then, do you look cool? Right? Do you have a confidence about you? Do you have an air about you that looks like you're used to being around beautiful women and you know what to do with them? Okay? Do you know how to dress? Do you dress like you've gone out a lot, like you club a lot, like you're successful in social atmospheres, meeting women and continuing the night with them? If you look the part, guess what you get? Guess what you get, guys? Guess what you get? You get a shot. The women will give you a shot. They'll say, you know what? He looks fun. He looks sexy. He looks hot. He looks whatever. Now, after you get said shot, if she doesn't call you back or want to hook up with you again, it can mean multiple things, but it's a very small selection of things it might mean. She might be married or something like that. She was just stepping out real quick and she doesn't want any ties, bro. She wants to smash and dash and get the hell up out of there, act like it didn't happen. That's a possibility. But usually it was your pipe game was trash. That's usually what it is. Now, if you know how to put it down in the bedroom, you're going to get an opposite result. That chick is going to hit you up every time she feels that way. When she goes out with her friends and has a few drinks and other guys are all up in her face, talking her up, trying to take her home, whatever. If she doesn't meet a guy better than you, which she probably won't if you're handling business, because guys that handle business is rare, you already have the advantage. Because even if she meets another hot guy, most women, okay, would rather hook up with a guy that they've already hooked up with that's satisfactory rather than add to the body count. Yes, contrary to belief, because a lot of you guys think that these girls are just racking up their body count like that's what they want to do. No, what it is that most guys are not going to stick around. That's a fact. They're not going to stick around. And then the next thing is the guys that will stick around are trash in bed. I'm not going to repeat that. Rewind it. Go 10 seconds back and listen to it again, guys, because that was real what I just said to you. All right? And that's the issue that most women are having in the dating scene, period. When it comes to relationships and commitment, the guys that want to commit, they don't want to be with. And the guys they want to be with don't want them. That's what it is, okay? So it's very similar in the bedroom. Because all these guys want to smash, but very few guys are worth the girl giving access to her. And that's what that is, guys. So one more thing I want to say on the way out. The same way guys feel about spending money and spending time and never getting to hook up with the girl, they feel like, oh, what a bummer, I wasted my time and my resources. Well, guess what? That's exactly how women feel when they let you get some punani and your D game is trash. All right? It's one thing I'm trying to get better at. It's showing you the equal situation, the equal scenario, so that we understand it. Because dudes do not understand women for nothing. And women do not understand men for nothing. So I'm trying to bridge the gap. Okay? The same way you feel when you go on dates and you spend your money and you sit there and listen to conversation you don't want to hear, and you sit there and wait for her to finish doing this and wait for her to do this with her friends and and then she doesn't go home with you and doesn't give you any butt. The exact same feeling you feel right there, bro. That frustration is exactly how women feel when they give a dude some pussy and his D is trash. Okay? The exact same feeling. So this is why a lot of you guys don't get the shot in the first place, because the women aren't convinced that you're going to fucking slam dunk it. They're not, bro. They look at you, and I'm telling you right now, the majority of guys that's out here having difficulty with women and all this other stuff, they don't even have to tell me what their issue is. They don't even have to like explain it to me. I just look at them, I'd be like, nah. I see what the fuck your problem is right there, bro. You don't look like you know what the hell to do with women. You don't look like you do. Okay, so regardless of whether you do or you don't, and you don't, because if you did, you wouldn't be having problems with women, right? The point is you don't even look like you do. And women nowadays, more than ever, are not willing to waste their time. They're not willing to waste their time on nothing. Women ain't willing to stop for nothing, give nothing a shot, because there's too much going on. There's too much potential offers coming in. And I'm not saying that women have an abundance of options or infinite options. I'm saying that they have the appearance of it. Okay? Women be like, oh, these people are inviting me on a boat. These people are telling me to come here. This guy's saying come on his private jet. This guy's saying do this. This guy wants to take me to miniature golf. This guy wants to take me for coffee. This guy wants to take... They're not necessarily all going to be a good time. They're probably not. The point is that it's overload. They don't know. So they're going to go with what is the most convincing, right? And it's or what's the most scarce or the most unique. So it's like, well, I've had other guys ask me out on boats before, but this guy's talking about going on this private jet. So, you know what? Let's go on a private jet. Now, that guy might be ugly. He might be boring as hell. His private jet might be like, you see what I'm trying to say? But she'll go just because I've never been on a private jet before. And then after that experience, she'll take her picture, she'll hype it up and put it on her story and make it seem like it was so awesome. But in actuality, she was bored out of her mind. See what I mean? So next time, she probably might not really want to go for that one, unless it's a more interesting guy. But just the going on the plane itself, she might go just for the clout, just to take the pictures and the story and the reel or whatever. But the actuality of being on the plane with that dude, it was whack. She didn't enjoy herself. Whereas a guy that she genuinely likes, that also knows how to pipe it down, she might have an amazing time with that guy just feeding the ducks. And then after, he blows her back out. Best sex she ever had in her life. So part of her is going to want to go out and go do those materialistic things, because we live in such a superficial world and the women want to post everything and show everything off. But the animal side of her is going to want to go to that other guy as soon as she's done. So if she can schedule that guy, she's going to be like, damn, babe, I got something planned with my friends or whatever. And, you know, she's going to go and do that real quick, get her content, get her reels or whatever. But as soon as she's done, she's going to be hitting that dude up like, hey, babe, what you doing? We heading back? We're on the boat heading back to dock. Where are you? I want to see you. Yeah. And she's going to go see that guy. He doesn't have to spend any money. He doesn't have to take her anywhere extravagant, nothing unique and amazing or nothing. All he has to do is go take a shower, come out of the shower, and knock her down the best that she's ever been knocked down. And that's it. And he's a shoo-in for that. That's her guy for that. All right, guys. So I just spent 15 minutes just breaking that down to you. Don't act stupid about this ever again. Don't ever find yourself asking the dumbass question of, why are you with that guy if he treats you like that? Why are you going back to those type of guys? You say you're like a nice guy, but that's not what you do. You don't do what you say. What you say and what you do are two different things. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. No, she's a slave to her biology, just like men. Why do men put up with all of this? Why do men chase these chicks around? Why do men spend this money? Why do men do all this nonsense that they do? Why do they do more for strangers, for random females that look good, than they do for their friends that they grew up with? Why? Because we're slaves to our biology. She looks so good and we want to hit it so bad. Well, guess what, dumbass? Women are also slaves to their sexuality. And for the guys that be hitting it right and making the knees knock and making them quiver and making them have that seizure, right? For those guys, they also are weak to those guys, which means those guys can cheat on them. Those guys can be mentally and emotionally and verbally abusive. Those guys can take their money and go spend it on whatever. Those guys can do a whole bunch of shit and be forgiven. You know why? Because those dudes know how to make them come. And until they can replace that guy with someone else that also is going to have that result on their body, guess what, dude? When they feeling in that mood, they're going to have to go to that guy. You see what I'm trying to say to you? So if you look at dope, you look at any substance that someone's addicted to, if they're limited as to who they can get that substance from, guess what they have to do? They have to operate on the terms of the dealer, the person that has that. They have to operate on that person's terms because they're addicted to the substance and they can't get it anywhere else. So they're like, ugh, I hate this guy, but he's the only guy that has it. Okay? So that's what it is, guys. Stop being stupid about this. Learn how to knock the boots. Learn how to please a woman. Learn how to eat the box. Learn how to do whatever you got to do in the bedroom. Learn how to do it. Please learn. Because like my man said, it doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, whatever. This part is non-negotiable. You will never actually have a woman if you're not making her orgasm. And I'm telling you this because it is so rare. The female orgasm is elusive. It's like there's very few guys that can do what they do. And I'm talking from this perspective because I can. Because I've made it my business to make sure that every time I sleep with a woman, she climaxes. And I'm focusing on my world. I don't give a damn about what's going on outside of me because that's how I've learned and developed to be in my life is that I could just focus on me. I don't care about the rules for everyone else. I don't care about the averages for everyone else. I don't give a shit because I'm doing unique stuff over here. Always have and always will do unique stuff and get unique results. All right? Can most guys go home with two? No. But when I'm ready to do it, somehow I do it. So I'm not worrying about what the stats say and what the numbers say and what's the likelihood of that happening. For Allende, the likelihood is however the fuck I want it to be. Right? Women don't give guys money. Yeah, okay. Women don't give you money. When I'm sitting here hearing dudes say females don't share resources, I'm like, what? Females don't share resources with who? Females don't share resources with your ass and the people you know. All right? But the dudes I run with and me, they share resources with guys like that. We make it our business to know how to get in a woman's head. And you might say, oh, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Well, the way to a woman's heart is through her vagina. All right? I'm just telling you. I'm just giving you guys facts on facts. So all you dudes who will be in relationships and holding hands and I've been with her for this amount of time and you're not making her come, bro, that's not your chick, bro. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, you live together and you've been together. I don't know what to tell you, bro. But you know why chicks are alpha widowed? They're alpha widowed because at one point in time they were dealing with a guy you might want to call an alpha, call him whatever you want. But at one point in time they were dealing with a dude that was every time, bro. It wasn't rolling the dice. It wasn't sometimes she has an orgasm, sometimes she doesn't. No, it was every time he goes in there, he hits what he has to hit and gets what he got to get up out of her. Every time. So she was dealing with a dude that had that effect, and now she's not. That's what Alpha Widow really is, guys. That's what Alpha Widow really is. She was dealing with a dude that consistently brought her to climax, and now she's not. In essence, that's what it is. And she hasn't been able to replace said dude. And that's really what a lot of these women's problem is when they get to a certain age. Because the guys that have that ability, that have that magic wand, they're not waving that shit on no old bitch. They're not waving that shit on no old washed up chick, bro. They're not waving it on no, single mom and her body's all out of whack. They're not. Because they have options. And since they know their D game is good, why are they going to deal with less attractive women, bro? It just doesn't make sense. They're going to deal with the cream of the crop because they have that option. Just like if you're a star athlete, why would you go play for a trash team, bro? You're not. You're going to sit back and say, well, shit, I got all these offers on the table. Who I want to play for? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got game. So what I'm trying to tell you dudes is stop wasting time with all that other stuff you be doing. Because if you haven't quite figured this one out, then all that other shit is in vain. I'm telling you right now. So if you're going to be doing that other stuff, do that other stuff in the course and the path to getting experience. That's the only reason you should be doing that other stuff. So if you're over here trying to learn to text, and you're trying to learn how to do the dating app thing, and you're trying to learn how to do this and learn how to do this, only be learning how to do that so that you can learn how to smash properly. And when you do smash, make it your priority to please the woman. Because that's another thing that a lot of guys, it's either well, if you could, you would. So I'm not going to say why they don't please the woman. The reason why they don't know how to please the woman is either they just straight up don't have enough experience and practice, or they don't prioritize that. They don't care enough to learn that. You see what I mean? So you have to kind of go into it like a student. And I noticed that that's the problem with a lot of young dudes is when they start getting butt, they never go in there with the mindset of I want to become good at this. They just go in there with the mindset of please let me, let me. Oh, she let me. I came. Oh, that was great. Oh, now let me be a thirst bucket for some other girls. Let me chase this same girl around. Can you please let me do what I did again? Can I do it again? That's how they learn it. That's how it's wired. Instead of going in there like, yo, let me suspend my pleasure for a second and let me go in here like a professional and learn what the hell I'm doing. Let me learn. I want to learn how to do this. Okay? I want to be a ladies' man. I want to be a Casanova. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to be good at this. If you go in there with that mindset and you develop it like a skill, like a fucking skill, like being good at anything else, be good at it. Bro, you won't have to sweat girls. You won't have to chase girls. You won't have to pay girls. You won't have to simp for girls. You won't have to do all this other goofy shit that guys find themselves doing and ending up dissatisfied. You won't have to do any of those things. You can deal with women on your terms. And if you do play nice, you play nice for a very short period of time. That's why you hear girls acting like, well, he changed. He didn't change. Well, after he got the sex, he's different. Yeah, well, he knows how to make you come back. So yeah, when you first meet the chick, yeah, maybe you got to kind of act a little, a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more attentive and, a little bit more selfless or whatever. But once you get the hook in her, once you get the draws and you did what you needed to have done, now you fall back and it's on your terms, right? I'm busy. I'm at work. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You come to me. So you think one more thing before I'm on my way out, you figure this out. What's the difference between the guys that are like, yo, I'm busy. I'll be done at this time. You come to me. And the guys that have to go to the girl. They have to do all this stuff, make all these arrangements and accommodate her. What's the difference between the two guys that's like, yo, I'll be here. Come to me, right? You fly to my city and pay for your own ticket. You drive to my crib, you know what I'm saying, and leave whenever I need you to leave. You see what I'm trying to say? What's the difference between those guys that take that stance and the guys that are constantly, okay, well, what can I see you? Okay, well, you're busy that night? Okay, well, what about the night after? Oh, yeah, well, okay. Oh, well, Mike, you didn't text me back in a few days, so I was worried. I didn't know something had happened. Oh, your phone died? Oh, okay, your phone died for 3 days. Okay. Oh, well, what about, what's the difference between those two guys, bro? Dick game. Learn it. I'm out of here. Peace.